hardest thing in the world. It's just something that I could be doing better with. Spending money and spending too much money on food, things like that. But yeah, I had some Chipotle. I got Chipotle, which I felt like it was a really good reward because of how hard I worked. And I do that sometimes. I like reward myself, but with like something I really like to eat. But at the same time, I realize when I look at it for myself that I'm really like, I'm pretty much over it. I'm over it because, well, I'm over spending too much money on food. I'm over spending too much money on food. What a great thing. That's a great thing to be over. Yeah, it just took the wind out of my sails. Not just that, but not just how much it cost, but how much food it was. I actually ate all of it. So it was a really big burrito, and I ate the whole thing. And I should not have eaten the whole thing because it's just like way too much. And I could have had 2 meals out of that sucker, but I said no and just ate it anyway. And so those are the hard mistakes I made and lessons I'm learning, But yeah, it's a little annoying when you struggle with something or you have something going on. You're trying to do your best with it, but I know we're all work in progress. I know we're not perfect, and there's other things I've struggled with that I'm doing better with that are worse. So I feel a lot better, and there's so many other good things going on in my life. I don't need to focus on the bad things. I don't need to focus on what's going wrong, or mistakes that I made. It's not important to focus on those things. Like, I think it's just important for us to repent of the things we do wrong and go forward. That's basically it. We just go forward. Try your best not to do it again. And I asked God to help me with the things I'm struggling with, to help me get better with them, and to have more resolve and be more judicious, so I can make the right decisions and think about things a little bit more carefully, instead of just jumping at the thing that comes to mind. Thinking, okay, all systems go, let's go jump at that, instead looking at it and saying, wait a minute, is that something we should jump at? There's nothing wrong with asking ourselves that question. And we're asking God. So, anyway, that's where I'm at. I have a full stomach, but I could have more money. So, lesson learned. Oh well, what can you do? Can't change it now. But, well, and I'm just learning. It sucks. It sucks. But it's good. It's good that I realize it sucks, and it's good that I am aware of that, and I'm unhappy by it, and am unhappy with it, because it's just like, oh, whatever, it's no big deal. That would not necessarily be good. That would be me falling back into that again next time. But I don't want to do that. I want to be cognizant, And so anyway, that's where I'm at. So, what can I say? Another day in the books. Another day in the books. A good day, a solid day. Something I'm realizing is that a lot of my unconscious thoughts are being shared more and more and more. They're coming to the surface more and more and more. The more I share, things that I have never shared, or things that I don't usually share, or I'm sharing the unconscious, or not unconscious, but it's unspoken. It's unspoken. It's not necessarily unconscious. It's unspoken. But yeah, I'm saying a lot of the things. I'm speaking a lot of my thoughts. Well, a lot of my thoughts that I'm speaking are thoughts that I don't usually speak, which is pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. I don't think that's bad. I think that's pretty cool. But bit, but luckily, even though the dream messed me up, I was protected. Like, I was protected from the dream, and I was protected in a lot of ways. I still felt it, but I felt it through a veil of protection, if that makes sense. Like, the dream was really rough. It was very, it was emotionally painful, and disturbing, and confusing, and distressing, and all those kinds of things. And just like betrayal, it was about betrayal and ill intent and fear. But I ended up processing a lot through that dream. I think it was great that I had that dream, because hopefully that means that I processed a lot of that stuff. Because what that dream was crazy, and hopefully I processed a lot of it. Because I think I did process a lot of that stuff. That's why I had the dream. I think when we have dreams, it's our subconscious clearing our unconscious, or our unconscious clearing our subconscious, something like that. Which is nice, because it's much better to have a dream and get the ugly part over with and get it out of you than to have it in you unconscious, carrying that around. That's worse. So I'd rather have the bad dream and get it out of the way than just like going to get a needle. It's like, I don't want to get a needle. I hate needles so much. But you know what? I have learned in my adult life, slowly but surely, and recently, that it's not the end of the world. I don't need to really worry about it that bad. If I absolutely have to do it, then I'm just gonna have to do it. You know, it's just how it is. And so that's the point I've reached with that. And so I would not necessarily volunteer to have those dreams, or have that dream that I had. But you know what? It's good, because it helps work things out. Interesting video here, right? Interesting view. The Bay Bridge, if you don't know. This is the Bay Bridge. This is a huge bridge, and we are like 200 some feet, not 200 probably. I don't know, we're pretty high in the air right now, going down now. But, yeah, I've had a lot of dreams about this bridge. Speaking of dreams, a lot of dreams about this bridge. They're mostly, what's the word? They're mostly like uncomfortable. They're mostly like, man, I gotta have this dream again. Are you serious? I have this dream again. Are you serious? I don't want to have this dream anymore. I've had this dream so many times. I don't want to have it anymore. You know, a lot of times they're like that, and they're not so bad. They're not terrible. But they're kind of annoying. They're kind of like, oh, having to deal with heights, having to deal with insecurity, having to deal with being untethered to something, and having the risk of falling from a height. Yeah, it's just dumb. Like, instead of driving up the bridge, I was climbing the bridge, but the bridge wasn't a road, it was like a pole. It was like a pole, like the beam is made of, the suspension of the bridge, and I had to, by hand, no attachments, no, like, securing, like a rock climber, nothing, no tethering device, nothing like that, no safety rope, nothing like that, just free fall, free climbing. And the other part was, it was like, oh yeah, this is what we do, this is just what we do, this is just how we have to do it, this is, well, we have to get to the other side, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it, we have to, and so this is the way we have to go. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do this, but you know what, in the dream it was like, well, you kind of have to. I was like, wow, I don't want to, you know, and it was scary. And I've had dreams where I was in the water, not in distress, but like in the water, and I was okay. In the water below the bridge though, like floating around, and like with other people, and just chilling kind of. But it's just been weird. It's like, you know, those kinds of dreams, yeah, I don't really like them that much, you know. It's kind of annoying. But anyway, let's see. Oh, I have something to tell you. So, in my history class, we have these writing assignments. You may have heard, but they're the biggest part of our grade in history, and we usually have one almost every week. And I was going to say the guy gives us 2 prompts. My teacher, the professor, he gives us two topics to choose from. It's like this, and this happened, and this happened. So about this, what led to this, and what happened afterwards. And then he says, don't forget to include this, and this. And so it's like it's supposed to be like an exhaustive writing, just put as much detail into it as possible, basically. But I'm a writer, and I'm a writer at heart. And I can write for days. I can write novels, bros. I can write novels, so I don't think my history teacher needs novels. I think he just needs substance. So I try to stick to the substance, and in the meantime, that saves my sanity from not having to write an insanely long paper. But anyway, the good part I'm trying to tell you about is that this assignment, which is a lot of my grade, I brought my grade up in history. I was going down. I was in the low 90s, and I was like, I don't want to be in the low 90s. I want to be at least a 95. I want to be 95 or higher. Once you always want higher and higher and higher, as high as you can get, and keep going with grades. But anyway, I was sitting at a 94. I was like, I want that 95. At first it was 92, 93, 94, and 95. I got my 95, so I'm sitting pretty. And unless he just really didn't like my last two writings, my 95 is going to hold up. But I'm pretty sure he did. And he's given me some really good feedback on two of the last ones that I've done. And it's so encouraging. It's encouraging, and it's inspiring. Literally inspiring. Because I'm trying to get a good grade. I'm trying to put a lot of effort into it. Not like my heart and soul, you know what I mean? But you have to try, and it takes serious, legitimate effort. And I'm trying to get the best grade I can. I'm trying to get the best grade I can. Not killing myself, but just trying my best. And I've gotten hundreds on the last ones I've done, and for the most part lately. And he's giving me a 9. He's giving me 10 points. He's giving me a 9. He's giving me a 10 before. He's giving me a 9. He's giving me a 9 before. But all the other ones are 10s, except for the 2 that I didn't do, which I wish that I did, but things were just crazy, and that's the way it goes. But his feedback on some of my recent writings were so encouraging, and they just made me feel so good. And I'm just like, I need to make sure he knows, because it really did make me feel so good. It honestly did. And I know I did the paper, I did the work, but I'm not going to take all the credit, because he didn't have to say the things he said the way he said them. But he said something like, another terrific effort this week, Justin! ! And I was like, oh man, that's so awesome. That makes me feel so good. Yeah, I could cry if I really tried. That makes me feel so good though. Good tears. And the other one, he said, it was like, excellent work, Justin! ! 3 exclamation points, something like that, I'm just like, oh my gosh, it just makes me feel so good. I'm just like, yes. I'm like, yes, I'm doing good. And like, it's so funny, I have a weird relationship with that, and it has a lot to do with some serious lessons in life that I'm learning about effort and self-worth, about myself, am I doing good, things like that. And I'm my worst critic. I am my worst critic. But for some reason, certain people have the ability to, and that's a whole ball game in this conversation. But I think, I don't know, sometimes it's just like, I don't know. Like, I try really hard, and it's so nice when someone says you actually did great, excellent work. Especially when I know they're picky. Like, he's picky. He's a little picky. And I know he's going to tell me if I'm not doing great. I know he's being honest with me. And not that all the other people in my life are not being honest, but for some reason, I just take this guy's word for it more. For some reason, I just do. I just believe him. For some reason, I just believe him, But a lot of other people in my life, they tell me good things too, and I know, and I can feel it spiritually that I'm doing a good job, that I'm doing the right know it's an ongoing effort. Like academic work and stuff is just temporary. This class is temporary. The assignments are temporary. Spiritual work you do. Love that you share. Love that you do. Love that you give. Love that you dedicate. And love that you work at. Love that you work with. It's an ongoing effort. And you don't want to be told good job if that's going to make you ease up or slow down or anything like that. Anyway, and so in other words, I think the encouragement that I'm getting, the support that I'm getting, the encouragement I'm getting, and other stuff in life is just kind of like God is basically telling me. He does it in all different ways. Like I know, like look, this thing with the history teacher would not be happening if it wasn't for God. Like He obviously allows this to happen. Right? He allows these things to happen. And so I know that it's a blessing from God that I got those kinds of responses from my teacher. But at the same time, I also know, I guess I know that I deserve it. And I don't mean that in like a cocky way, but I think I do. And I guess I didn't, but now I do. I know I deserve it now. I know I deserve the good grace. I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. But like the other stuff, the spiritual stuff is like, the answers I get or the feedback I get for the other stuff is good. It's like, yes, just keep going. Just keep going. Keep doing it. You're doing great. You're doing great. And a lot of times I get kind of caught up and I forget to take a moment, and it's not about like admiring your work. It's not like, because it's not my work, you know. I mean, I put forth effort, but literally the best work is God's work. You know, the stuff that He orchestrates, things that He orchestrates. We are just lucky to be able to participate in it. We're just lucky to be painters in His work. We're holding the brush and we're painting His work. We're lucky that we get to do that. So lucky. But it's just really, really nice, and I think I'm finding right now that I need to reflect on it a little bit more. Reflect on that a lot more, actually, because I am so lucky, and I am so blessed. And there's a lot that I get to be a part of that I should feel so grateful for, and so blessed being able to be a part of. So much, like literally, if you're a member of the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, you should be so thankful for being able to participate in the work of God, the kingdom of God, the gathering of Israel. Like, what? We're workers in His hands. We're doing His work. And this is the best work there is. It's the best work there is. It so is. Maybe you can tell the Spirit is converting you. What it is the best work. It is the best work. How can you argue with that? You can't. I can't argue with that. Because I know it's true. But yeah, there are so many really wonderful things. And sorry if I ramble, guys. I don't want to get to the point where I'm just kind of like, I know I'm saying some good things, but I don't want to get to the point where I'm like rambling, you know. But anyway, this is my video after all. It's my video. I'm saying I won't. I don't know. I've had a lot of thoughts, and some really cool things happened tonight with some friends. Miracles, honestly, miracles. I'm going to share this with the missionaries. 2 people I've been coming to church are coming to church on Sunday. And that is really, really cool. And sometimes it doesn't come out the right way. Sometimes it's hard to say that. Sometimes I don't want to be like, you know what I mean? I don't want to be like bossy and be like, yeah, bro, you totally should. Like, or like guilt trip, like, you know, I'm giving feedback. He's wanted to or meant to, or he needs to. But anyway, long story short, you know what? I feel that part of following Christ, part of trying to be like Christ is being a servant to others. And I am definitely not a master servant to others. I have a lot of room to improve. But anyway, I just had that thought and I was thinking that and I was like, yeah, you know what, I should definitely, it's not necessarily easy for me. Because blah blah blah. But or stuff that I'm not gonna speak details on. But I offered to give him I offered to give him a ride, and he was like, and me and him have a thing going back and forth where it's like, I'll give you a ride. He's like, oh man, I'll give you a ride. And it's so cool. It just hasn't. We've been going back and forth with that stuff lately. It hasn't panned out, and so hopefully this will pan out. It's finally gonna pan out on Sunday. And so he's like, I'll give this a ride. I was like, oh, he's like, dude, that'd be amazing, dude, that'd be amazing. And I was like, hey, can we pick up so-and-so too? And he's like, yeah, of course. I was like, all right, let's go, let's do this, let's go. So it's gonna be so awesome. It's gonna be so awesome. I'm so excited. See, this thing happened. This happened tonight. And this is miraculous. This is honestly miraculous. I can't wait to share this with the missionaries. Can't wait to tell them about it. And I feel a certain caution. I don't want to get too excited and I don't want to get too ahead of myself. Which is wisdom to do so. It's wisdom to be cautious. But there's also times where the Spirit says it's not. But anyway, it's not, I don't feel like I'm there quite yet. So I'm just trying to make sure that things work out as best as I can. I'm trying to be on my best behavior so things work out. So that's where I'm coming from. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm trying to be on my best behavior. I'm trying. I'm so not perfect. I make mistakes left and right. But yeah, no, I really do hope this works out. I so hope this works out. Anyway, it totally will. I'm sure it will. I'm confident. I'm not worried about it. But I'm gonna keep my feet on the ground. Keep my ear to the ground. Keep my eyes open. Brightness of hope. Brightness of hope. But yeah, I'm super excited. The other thing I was going to say is, yeah, don't count your chickens before they hatch. Don't count your chickens before they hatch. Stay vigilant. Stay thirsty, my friends. Like that commercial. Stay thirsty, my friends. That was a beer commercial. But anyway, the phrase is better than the beer. The phrase is better than beer. Better than any beer, obviously. But, yeah, I guess I'm starting to ramble now, but if you've listened so far, you've hopefully gotten a treat. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. Hopefully you've been able to hear some cool things. I am very thankful that I am done working tonight. I'm done with school. I went to the Goodwill store and had a special moment. Special moments, actually. Lots of special moments going on. Lots of special moments. But lots of things in the works. Lots of things. Not even, like, I don't even know about. so excited. So excited. And I hit the jackpot in that store, by the way. I found some really, really awesome books. And I also found a Jeffrey Holland DVD. What? It's like a conversation with Jeffrey R. Holland. I was like, I found this at the Goodwill store, and I literally found it while I was talking to somebody. There was this nice black guy over there by the CDs, and he was just looking. And I had a little exchange with him, and then I came over with the DVDs myself and talked to him a little bit. And I was talking to him when I noticed that DVD. I was like, oh, let me just grab that right now. Let me just grab that, and I'll just take that right. I'll just grab that right there. But the guy was really cool. And, it's funny. It's interesting how much we feel like we have to give. It's an interesting concept. How much do we think we have to give? Because I know me, and a lot of times I feel like, nope, can't do any more than that. That's all I can do. And it's really good to have boundaries. Boundaries are so important. But what I'm finding is, that the Spirit is encouraging me to give a little bit more, to not be afraid. You should definitely be careful. You should definitely be careful with strangers. I've learned some hard lessons with strangers, about dealing with strangers. It's important. But being a friend, being an angel in this situation, but just talking to people, and it requires a little bit of vulnerability and effort and commitment to people, which can make a really big difference in someone's life if you're just there a little bit more. And I just want to share that all with you guys now. And I say all this in the name of Jesus Christ. Amen. Thank you for listening. Thanks for riding along with me as my company. You're keeping me company, just like I am hopefully keeping you company. So, you have a great night. And please pray for me. Please pray for me that I find my eternal companion. Because I am looking for her. I'm looking for her. I know she's out there. I know she's out there somewhere. It's funny talking about her right now. I can't wait to meet her. It's very interesting. Where you go? Where you at? Come back, wherever you are. Whoever you are. Yeah. Anyway, thank you guys. Thanks for listening. And if there's anything you guys need prayer for, anything like that, let me know. I would love to pray for you too.